Can everyone see my screen here? I'm seeing a head nod. All
Yeah,
right, wonderful.
looks good.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Cindy. So to dive right in, Elevate Ed AZ is the education initiative of the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation. And the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation is the philanthropic arm of the Greater Phoenix Chamber. And what we do is we partner with 27 high schools throughout the valley, and we work with students that are enrolled in career and technical education programs. We also partner with local businesses and essentially facilitate meaningful work-based learning opportunities between the two. These work-based learning opportunities can be internships, job shadows, guest speaking experience, and workshops for professionalism, resume, and interview prep. So, as I mentioned, we specifically work with students that are enrolled in career and technical education programs. So, for short, that is CTE programs. And what these are is students have the chance to self-select into a field of study, typically by their sophomore year, sometimes by their junior year there. But alongside their typical high school courses, they also will now take more targeted and rigorous courses towards their CTE certificate. So these students already have skin in the game and are already taking next steps to pursue their field of interest. And these classrooms are incredible. There are thousands of dollars invested in them. Many of the classrooms will have a typical classroom setting with desks and a space for teaching at the front, but then also a warehouse and outdoor space with real machinery so they can have that hands-on learning and experience there. And it really creates a solid foundation of learning and skills and allows them to truly be work ready by that May graduation and really by their senior year there. CTE graduates, in comparison to a non-CTE graduate, there you can kind of see the gap there on that first day of work. This is a visual of all of our high school partner campuses that we partner with. It does need some updating as this school year we will also be expanding into Chandler Unified School District as well as Sahuarita School District in the Tucson area. And the important thing here is that at each of our campuses, we have a college and career coach, and they're embedded on campus working almost every day of the week with students, helping them to develop those ever so needed soft and character skills and not only make them technical standard ready for internship and job opportunities, but also emotionally intelligent ready. They're also an incredible resource on campus for all of the what if scenarios when it comes to new hire. It happens with high school graduates. We had 432 successful internship placements last year that came to completion. Out of 432 successful placements, of course, we had a handful of instances with maybe a no-show. It happens with high school students, it happens with adults too. But because we have that college and career campus support, they can then connect with the student the very next day, see what's going on, and ensure they are creating those soft skills of reliability and ensuring successful completion of the internship opportunity or any of the other opportunities that our team facilitates there. This is a visual of many of or a handful of our many partners. We do partner with over 170 businesses throughout the Phoenix Valley. It can be a nonprofit organization, for-profit, private, government, small, medium, large organization, you name it, we work with it. Each is really able to provide their own unique experience. One partner I really like to highlight is Honeywell. They host anywhere from 40 to 60 internships each semester across a multitude of CTE programs. And their goal with the internships is really to use it as a vetting process for full-time employment at May graduation. when I was around 3 months into this role, I did a site tour with Honeywell, and I was accompanied by a few of our college and career coaches. And we were touring the manufacturing floor, and one of the coaches actually noticed and pointed out their student from the previous year that is now working full time at Honeywell. And it was a very cool full circle moment to the work that we do to not only catapult students to long-term success, but also seeing how this program truly does implicate and strengthen talent pipelines for the partners that we work with. Some benefits of becoming a partner. First one is attracting young talent and for free. So when you attract young talent at the high school level, they come in so motivated. They have fresh ideas. They are ready to get going. This might even be their first entry level role, and they're just so excited to dive right in there. And it's also very important to capture them at this time. What we see often with our students in CTE programs is at their junior and senior year, they're loving it, they want to move forward with it, but if they don't have these tangible work-based learning experiences, then they kind of might lose hope or interest at that May graduation. And then we lose a great worker that could really build a career out of the program that they're pursuing. And partnering with Elevate at AZ is also completely free. And we do all of the vetting, recruiting, and preparing of students for internships and the other work-based learning opportunities that we facilitate. That's a huge benefit as on average, it costs around $4,000 to $5,000 per hire, and we do all that for free with our CTE students. Another benefit is increasing retention rates. So similar to the Honeywell story I had shared, many of our employer partners use this internship process at the student's senior year to vet for full-time hire at that May graduation or even for an apprenticeship at that May graduation there. And the students are sticky. When you get them in at this age, you are top of mind as they start exploring careers. Even if you catch them at a career fair, high school students can sometimes have a tunnel vision view of what career and roles and organizations are. And so you really you make a really good impression when you get them in at this time. Another benefit is building brand awareness. So, Elevate at AZ is in the unique opportunity of being under the Greater Phoenix Chamber, and the Greater Phoenix Chamber has an incredible marketing team, and they love attending our career fairs and highlighting employers that participate in those. We do every term for internships. So spring, fall, and summer and year round, we always do internship highlights. We love highlighting that engagement across all of our social media platforms there. So to recap here, some ways you can get involved. We've talked a lot about internships, or I've talked a lot about internships. I really call that the golden ticket as it has the highest level of impact on both the student and employer end. Some other ways is planning a job shadow. So that's a half a day experience for students to come to your place of work, have a hands-on activity, learn or refine a skill, and also really see what a day in a life looks like within their industry of interest and the professionals within them. Another way to get involved is through educator externships and business advisory councils. So these events are where our CTE teachers and industry professionals that are under the same industry umbrella there. So for example, construction CTE teachers would connect with construction industry professionals and have a candid conversation. The industry professionals will share, here's what we need more, both soft skill wise and certificate wise, and here's what we're seeing and here's what we're not seeing in the upcoming workforce. And then teachers share, this is what is happening in the classroom, and wow, here's how I can reimagine the classroom to better prepare my students as they graduate high school. Another way to get involved is through career awareness activities. So, that career awareness umbrella is anything from participating in a guest speaking engagement to attending a career fair or participating in professionalism, resume, and interview workshops. In whichever way you or your organization decides to participate with Elevate at AZ, our team, the business partnership team, as well as the college and career coaches on our partner campuses, will really handle all of the back end coordination and setup to ensure not only successful outcomes for a student, but also fun, seamless, and engaging opportunities. We provide our employer partners with a ton of resources, sample job descriptions, offer letter templates, interview question templates. We also provide the Arizona Department of Education CTE program standards. So this is a roadmap to everything that the students learn and do within these programs. It really gives great insight into what they can do autonomously in an internship, and then what maybe that internship could expand upon more and they could learn throughout it. And then I've even helped employers set up interviews. Truly, anything anyone needs, you name it, our team is here for it. So that in a nutshell is our program, Elevate at AZ. I'll drop in the chat my name, my email, my phone number, as well as our business partner engagement form. So that's that form linked right here. That's the first step in getting involved. Once that form is completed, you'll select the area of work-based learning that you're interested in pursuing or learning more about. I'll receive that and we can have a follow-up conversation about what that would look like and get into more of the logistics of that. I'll also provide the Arizona Department of Education's construction CTE program standards so you can all get a visual about what the students are learning. So I know that was a lot of information. I wanted to make sure I stayed within time, so kind of went a bit speedy there, but open to any questions.
No, that was some great information, Grace. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we can go ahead and open it up for any questions you may have. Can go ahead and take yourself off of mute if you'd like to ask a question of Grace. Well, while we wait, just in case there are some questions, I do agree with Director Cole's comment of what a great program. It truly is. I had the opportunity to attend a luncheon with Mesa Public Schools and Elevate AZ, and heard directly a panel of students, the employers, some parents, and they just had some great stories to share on what a difference it's made for their child, for the company. They bring that new fresh perspective. And then at our table, we had a young man who was going through a construction internship. And so that was really, really awesome to see. And he was, well on his way on into his construction career. So it's a win-win for everybody involved for sure. And Leon, please send more information. We will absolutely send a follow-up email that includes a copy of the recording of the presentation as well as the contact information if you'd like to reach out to Grace and her team. All right, I'm going to make one last ask for questions for Grace before she hops off. Of course, Grace, you are welcome to hang on with us, but we understand we know you're busy. So let's just see if anybody's got any comments or questions.
I have a question.
Sure, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Out of all of the programs, which one would you say is the best to study like how to make estimates and all of that?
Construction. That would be the
Okay.
construction program.
Okay. And also, why don't you guys also partner with the Scottsdale schools?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we do primarily try to focus on more of the underserved communities within the Phoenix Valley there.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Great questions. Thank you.
I did have a question. I'm in Tucson, Arizona. Does this, I know that you said you had some other partners that you needed to update your slide. Is this program available here in Tucson as well?
Yeah, so we just expanded this year and are super excited about it to the Sahuarita area. So that's about 30-45 minutes outside of Tucson there, but
Mhm,
our
mhm.
conversations have, definitely been focused that we want to try and build up that local community there with workforce development, but the students are understanding that some of these opportunities they may need to commute for. We also do have a transportation program that gives students free and reliable transportation to their internship scheduled shifts as well as interviews to eliminate those barriers. And we are also in conversations with some other school districts down in Tucson. Though that expansion just hasn't come to fruition yet, quite yet
Okay,
this school year, but it will be ahead. Our
that's
plan
great.
is to be in 100 schools by 2030, so we're well on our
Um,
way.
that's amazing. Yeah, we'd like to get involved in your program. I think it'd be awesome.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely put my information in the chat. Please feel free to give me a call, email, or fill out the form and we can get into the logistics of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Thanks, Tina. It's exciting.
Yes.
All right. Well, Grace, thank you again for being here with us today to share that this information. It is an awesome program.